Today's episode of Ham Radio 2.0 is brought to you by Bridgecom Systems. Are you looking for some 220 gear for the 1.25 meter amateur band? Think Bridgecom Systems for quality products and top-notch customer service. Featuring a new 220 mobile and HT, plus repeaters for all three bands, 2 meters, 220, and 440. See Bridgecom's full line of products at their website, www.bridgecomsystems.com, or just give them a call directly. When you think 220, think Bridgecom. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Ham Radio 2.0, live from the Ham Shack. My name is Jason. I'm KC5HWB. Today we're going to be unboxing a brand new HF mobile radio from Yaesu, the FT-891. Some of you might have seen this at Dayton in 2016. Basically what they have done is they've taken the 857D, they've removed VHF and UHF, they've given it a separation a remote head, separation head that separates from the body, and made the display much bigger and jacked the price up. So they've got this radio about $150, about $150 overpriced. At the time of this recording, it's selling for around $840, $850, $860, depending on where you buy it. I'll have some links at the bottom of the blog post. Go to livefromthehamshack.tv. Check out the blog post on that for episode 63, and I'll have several links down there where you can go and purchase this radio. And it's about $850-ish bucks. You might be able to get a little bit better deal than that at a Hamfest upcoming. I don't know. But, you know, I was kind of hoping this radio would be around $699, because you can get an 857D right now, which is a 100-watt unit, and has the VHF, UHF. You can get one of those for about $725 to $750. And this radio's drops VHF and UHF, and it's $100 more expensive. The screen on the 857D is quite small. Those of you who saw my DXpedition video to Costa Rica in 2015, episode 25, if I have my numbers correct, episode 25, I took my Icom 706 Mark II-G, but everybody, well, one guy had an Elecraft K3, and everyone else that was there had a Yaesu 857D. And I got to use a couple of those guys' stations. I used one. We'd kind of swap around a little bit. Sometimes if one guy'd be on this antenna doing 10 meters, and I'd be on an antenna doing 15 meters, and somebody else would be over here doing 20 meters. Sometimes we'd just get up and hop stations around. So I got to use an 857. That's really the only time I've used an 857 in the real world. And it's great. It works great. I don't have any problems with it. It had really good receiver. Got good audio reports, but the display on it's really small. Much, much, much smaller than the Icom 706. So the display on this FT-891, which we'll see here in a second, is bigger and looks more like an IC 706 or an IC 7000. But, you know, they removed a couple of the features and jacked the price up. So I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe the receiver's a lot better on it. I don't know. It doesn't seem to have any more bells and whistles to it than the 857 does, realistically, as far as HF goes. So, but let's take a look at that. Those of you who had found me on YouTube, go hit up my website, livefromthehamshack.tv, where you can see all the videos I've done, all the reviews I've done, and you'll be able to see what's upcoming also. So let's take a look at the Yaesu FT-891 right after this message. Hey guys, this is Jason, KC5HWB from Ham Radio 2.0, live from the Ham Shack. I am interested in getting you as the viewer to participate in some of my upcoming videos. So, if you have interest, record a short video clip of yourself, or your group, or your club, or a couple of friends, or however you want to do it. It doesn't matter. It can be one person, it could be 20 people, all in the video. If you're doing it from your phone, most people I've received several of these already, and most people are doing it from their phone. If you have a video camera, that would be even better, and if you have a mic to go in front of yourself, for better audio quality, that would be even better. But if you don't have that, just get into a quiet place, take your phone, turn it horizontally like this. Don't do it vertically because it won't match the videos I have on YouTube. So turn your phone horizontally, look into the camera, and repeat these words. Say hello, or say hi everyone, however you want to introduce yourself. Say, my name is, or this is, and then give your name and your call sign. You can give your city and state of location as well. If you're overseas, then tell me what country you're in. So hold the phone in front of yourself or the camera, or whatever you choose to use, and repeat these words and just introduce yourself. If it was me, I'd be like, hi everyone, this is Jason, KC5HWB from Grapevine, Texas, and you are watching the Ham Radio 2.0 video podcast series, available on livefromthehamshack.tv and YouTube. Pretty much just those words. Just introduce yourself, give us your name, your call sign, your location if you like. You don't have to give us your location if you don't want to. That's up to you. And then just repeat, and you are watching the Ham Radio 2.0 video podcast series, available on livefromthehamshack.tv and YouTube. And I will put that video clip in the front of one of my episodes. So thank you very much for watching. I'm really enjoying the viewer participation that I've had so far, and I hope to hear from you soon. 73. This is the box. Move my soldering station over. Okay. Pretty big box, really, but I mean, you know, decent sized radio. Not as big as the IC7100, of course. But let's move this up a tad. There we go. Okay. So here's the face to the radio. VFO knob right here. Hold it in the light. This is, let's see. So there's menus across the top here. Power button. Switch between headphones and speaker with the switch there. Mic cable. Mounting socket there. So pretty heavy, actually. Heavier than it looks for being so small. A pretty good power cable there with the 4-prong connector. Mounting bracket, mobile mounting bracket. In your face ICOM. Let's see. Dynamic microphone. And there's the instruction manual, owner's manual. Yaesu radio. Woohoo! Got one of those with my last several Yaesu radios. So, warranty card, all that kind of good paperwork stuff that you would expect. Here's the radio itself. It doesn't want to come out. There it is. So, that's about the size of an ICOM IC7000, roughly. It's the cable for the head, of course. There is a place to attach the head on the actual radio. Power. These aren't marked back here, so we're going to have to look in the book to see what these are. Just keyers, external speakers. One of them is probably, there's a ground and antenna port. Of course, it's just HF, so you don't need more than one antenna port. Oh, here's a little diagram on the bottom of the radio. There we go. Okay, so let's look at that. So, of course, that's antenna. Ground program mode. There's a little switch in there. You have to put a toothpick in or something. Tuner, RIDI data port. That's USB, of course. ALC port. That's for a keyer, and that one on the far right's the external speaker. And then, of course, your power port there. Model FT-891. Got your FCC FCC ID right there. Serial information down there. And does not look like it comes with external mounting bracket, which I didn't really expect that it would. Like a remote mounting kit is what I mean. So I didn't really expect that it would. It's just got a mobile mounting bracket, some screws and hardware, whatnot stuff in here, extra fuse. Let's look at the microphone real quick. Looks like, well, it's not a DTMF mic, but you don't need a DTMF mic for HF. Right there. There you go. If the camera will focus. See if it'll focus right there. There we go. So you got an up-down FST button. That's basically it. Tone 1 and 2, push to talk, etc., etc. So, very basic microphone, but again, you don't. Since this radio is basically missing VHF and UHF, you don't need a DTMF microphone. Unless you want to do something on a 10-meter FM repeater, I guess, but I don't even know if it does FM. It probably does. I haven't looked. So I don't know if it does FM. But we are going to hook this thing up and do some HF work with it, which is what was intended all along. So, make sure I got all my bags and paperwork here. Put this back together. There we go. Okay, there's that. And it does have a little stand on the bottom of it. Let me zoom back a bit. Okay, there we go. Stand on the bottom of it, like a regular to use as a desktop HF. Plug this into it here, and then the face. There's arrows on the face here, and arrows on the top of the body where you just fit the face into the radio, and then slide it over to the right, and there we go. So that is there. And made a mistake. I did not put the microphone in yet. So to get it out, there's a little release knob right here on the right hand side of the radio. Push that, pull it the other direction. There's a microphone port on the right, or I'm sorry, on the left, right there. So go like this. Plug that in. It'll plug into the back of the head also if you do the separation kit. No, the separation kit plugs into the back of the head. No, it doesn't either. So you have to have the mic plugged into the radio. There is no place to plug the mic into the head. You have to have the separation kit plug in here, but there's no extra port on the head to plug the mic in. So basically you'd have to have an extension cable for the microphone. That's kind of lame. I don't like it when they do that. Some of the older radios did that. In the newer radios, you can plug the mic directly into the head or to the body. It has an either-or situation. They did not see fit to do that on this radio, apparently. So, here is... Let's see here. And my power supply is on the other side of the room. So, let me gather all this up. We're going to power this on. We're going to do some QSOs with it. The following footage was taken during our 2016 DXpedition to Costa Rica. And it is some footage of, well, I mean, I took this radio to Costa Rica, and it is some footage of me just working some HF bands the day before the CQ-DX single sideband contest started, which that started on Saturday. So this footage is actually from Thursday or Friday prior to that, during the week that we are in Costa Rica. I go through some of the menus. Some of it's kind of hard to hear. I had both my microphone and the radio audio plugged into my mixer board, and the radio just kind of drowned out my voice in a couple of places, so I need to figure out how to better regulate that in the future. but there's nothing really that you miss in my voice. Most of it, when I key up the radio goes silent, obviously, so you don't hear any receive. The receive cuts out, and you key up and you hear me call CQ, and that part's a little bit quiet, but it's not too bad. So, so take a look at the usage of the Yaesu FT-891 on the Costa Rica DXpedition 2016.
From eastern Pennsylvania, driving across the Poconos, and he said everything was iced over. They had an ice storm there. He said all the trees were covered with ice, all the telephones, the electric wires, they were all covered with ice inside. It's pretty bad. So they actually had an ice storm in eastern Pennsylvania. Can you believe it? Hope you don't. If you don't want to see snow and ice and cold weather, you're in the right place. That's for sure. But yeah, I was surprised to hear that. The radar, I've seen like freezing rain and snow up in the northern part of the state, streaming up into western or eastern New York and into the New England area. But I was kind of surprised to hear that they had out there eastern Pennsylvania. But that guy said, yeah, it's pretty bad out there.
CQ from Costa Rica, Tango, India, 7, Stroke, Kilo, Charlie 5, Hotel, Whiskey Bravo, calling CQ and standing by. CQ from Costa Rica, Tango, India, 7, Stroke, Kilo, Charlie 5, Hotel, Whiskey Bravo, calling CQ and standing by. CQ from Costa Rica, Tango, India, 7, Stroke, Kilo, Charlie 5, Hotel, Whiskey Bravo, calling CQ and standing by. CQ from Costa Rica, CQ from Costa Rica, Tango, India, 7, Stroke, Kilo, Charlie 5, Hotel, Whiskey Bravo, calling CQ, standing by.
Y aquí tengo busco aquí en la base de 40 metros, ¿no? Y la parte final de la banda.
CQ from Costa Rica, CQ from Costa Rica, Tango, India, 7 stroke, Kilo Charlie 5, Hotel, Whiskey Bravo, standing by. Costa Rica, CQ from Costa Rica, Tango, India, 7 stroke, Kilo Charlie 5, Hotel, Whiskey Bravo, calling CQ and standing by. CQ, Tango, India, 7 stroke, Kilo Charlie 5, Hotel, Whiskey Bravo, calling CQ and standing by. CQ, Tango, India, 7 stroke, Kilo Charlie 5, Hotel, Whiskey Bravo, calling CQ and standing by. CQ, Tango, India, 7 stroke, Kilo Charlie 5, Hotel, Whiskey Bravo, calling CQ and standing by. CQ, Tango, India, 7 stroke, Kilo Charlie 5, Hotel, Whiskey Bravo, calling CQ and standing by.
Kilowatt United 4, Yankee Whiskey, 4 Yankee Whiskey.
Kilowatt United 4, Yankee Whiskey, is that right?
QSL 5959, True 59 into Virginia, over.
QSL, thank you for the report. You are 5 by 9 into Costa Rica, sounding great down here tonight.
Okay, Jason, thanks. 73, Dave, Delta Alpha Victor Echo.
Okay, Dave, thank you very much for the contact, and good luck in the contest tomorrow. 73.
73.
QRZ from Tango, India, 7 stroke, Kilo Charlie 5, Hotel, Whiskey Bravo in Costa Rica.
Kilo 7, Japan, Hotel.
Kilo 7 station, please?
Kilo 7, Japan Hotel.
Kilo 7, Japan Hotel, 5x9 Costa Rica.
Yeah, thank you. You're 5 and 9 in Utah tonight.
All right, QSL, my first contact from Utah today. Sounding good up there tonight.
Okay, yeah, you're doing good here too. The handle is John. 73, we'll see you this weekend.
Okay, John, thank you for the contact, 73. QRZ from Tango India 7 Stroke Kilo Charlie 5 Hotel Whiskey Bravo, Costa Rica. Is there a November Zulu station?
November Zulu 3 Oscar.
November Zulu 3 Oscar, you're about a 5x5 into Costa Rica.
Yeah, QSL, thanks for the 5x5. You're also about a 5x5 to Pennsylvania, but nice to hear you on the band, over.
All right, QSL, thank you for the 5x5 from Pennsylvania. 73, and good luck tomorrow.
Good luck, 73.
QRZ. QRZ from Tango India 7 Stroke KC5 HWB in Costa Rica. Ending in Lima.
X-ray Lima, 3OXL.
Okay, I got X-ray Lima at the end. Try the first part again.
Yeah, this is K3 Oscar X-ray. K3 Oscar X-ray Lima, 057 in Virginia, 57 in Virginia.
All right, K3 Oscar X-ray Lima, 5x5 into Costa Rica tonight, QSL.
QSL 55, thank you. Good luck in the contact. Thank you.
All right, 73, thank you very much for the contact from Virginia tonight. QRZ from Tango India 7 Stroke KC5 HWB in Costa Rica. There we go. Yaesu's newest mobile HF radio, the FT-891. You might have seen me go through some of the menus in that radio. It does have a little bit more filtering than its predecessors do. I've never used the 897, so I'm not familiar with the FT-897. I've used the 857, and while it's good, I think the 891 has a little bit better filtering in it. It's got an AGC filter, it's got a notch filter, and it's got a narrowing filter, so you can narrow the band down to like 1600 kilohertz. Basically, you can narrow it way down. Standard's like 2.5, 2400, 2500 kilohertz. You can widen it up to almost 4 kilohertz, and then you can narrow it down to 1.6, I think 1.4, somewhere in there kilohertz. You narrow it way down, so you can open up the band, your narrowing filter, open it up or close it down real tight if got some interference on either side of your band there. And of course the notch filter works really well. I found myself using the notch filter more often than the narrowing filter because the narrowing filter made it sound kind of weird. You could crunch it down pretty narrow, but then the station that you're actually listening for gets a little bit, the audio starts to get a little bit weak in there. So it sounded kind of strange, but anyway, that's Yaesu's latest radio, the FT-891. Again, about $850 online. Some places are giving free shipping right now. You might be able to find it for closer to $800, $825 maybe at Hamfests. So, you know, if you're a Yaesu fan, it's not a bad radio. I just, like I said earlier in the video, I'm not sure that I'd want to pay extra money for a radio that loses features. Basically, it's got a little bit more features in the HF side, but they completely removed VHF UHF, so it's a toss-up. What do you want to use it for? Yaesu, I heard Yaesu say one time, yeah, but do you want to tie up your HF rig with VHF UHF? That's why we took it out. And I'm like, that's fine. I don't have any problem with that. What I have a problem is you taking that stuff out and then jacking the price up. That's what I didn't like. I'm like, you know, if this radio was like $599, boom, they'd probably be flying off the shelf right now. $599 for 100-watt mobile radio, great. But I just think I think for what you get, it's overpriced. That's my opinion. Some of you diehard Yaesu guys, you'll probably love it. And it's a great radio to work on HF. It really is. I think there's better options out there for myself personally. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. Thanks for watching, guys. 73. Hope you enjoyed this video. Be looking for some new stuff coming up. This is KC5HWB with Ham Radio 2.0. I'll be QRT.